Now that you have made observations and inferences based on the data at hand, it is time to create an action plan based on the student's strengths and needs. Planning is important because without drawing a clear-cut course of action to improve your students' performance, we simply wish for improvement and maintain the data to results divide in place. The first step of action planning in the DDI process is to identify your students' strengths and weaknesses based on the data set. The second step is to pick a high-impact area of focus. Ask yourself, what areas need more support and intervention? And what area will have the greatest impact on student learning? Now is the time to develop a plan to support and improve your students' learning outcomes. Please take a minute to read what your action plan should include. This is the district's action plan tool modified for anneal-focused DDI planning. Because student goals are different for each group of students, goals in this form will be written on the space next to the audience. You will be using this table to complete your action plan. You will also use the anneal organizer to determine your instructional actions. The district's goal in regards to anneal-based instruction is for teachers to hold conferences with individual or small groups of students every 14 to 28 days. All pertinent information should be inputted in each student's data page and reviewed regularly in the anneal organizer as demonstrated in previous trainings and ongoing support. After the implementation period comes to an end, you should reflect on the results and decide your next move. We will demonstrate how to complete the action plan form using anneal data for 2 students in first grade shortly. The anneal organizer in each teacher's SchoolPace account is a user-friendly data tool that facilitates action planning for teachers. Once students have been leveled, teachers must select the goal according to the reading profile of each student. To create student groups, first click on Anneal Score, circled in red above, to sort students by level. Then choose a common high-leverage power goal for those with similar profiles at any given level. Once you know the student's focus skill, which is a power goal in anneal, you may click on the power goal circled black above to view the strategies and materials required for intervention. In this particular case, the classroom teacher assigned the same power goal, circled above, to 2 of her students. She clicked on the power goal to find goal-specific strategies to be addressed with the students, as can be seen at the bottom. The teacher can use the control de sílabas abiertas and the instructional lessons for tres amarillo as instructional strategies. The teacher must input information about the student's progress regularly, that is, every 14 to 28 days. This data will be reflected in the anneal organizer soon after it is inputted in the student's data page. Based on the data for the students in the example, the teacher will construct an action plan using the district's DDI action plan form. The plan will include the target students' names and the power goal or instructional objective. In this case, students will be able to read open syllables automatically. The plan will also include the actions or instructional strategies that the teacher will implement. Here, the teacher will teach different consonant-vowel syllable combinations using the lessons provided in the program. She might give students the first list of open syllables checked in green next to the power goal for regular practice at school and home. The teacher may also have students practice the syllables in the Word Study Center during small group instructional time. Here is a sample of a completed action plan form. The students' names, Ana and Raul, in this example, are written under audience. The instructional goal, which can be drawn directly from Emil, is written next to audience. The focus and means of instruction are written under instructional strategy. Strategies for each power goal may also be drawn from Emil, as previously discussed. In this case, the teacher will supplement instruction with the use of the cartilla fonética and the dictado method. The teacher should provide a time frame, perhaps using the Division of Multilingual Education's recommended 14 to 28 days conference period. She will also determine how she will check student progress. In this case, the teacher may likely use the open syllables list available in SchoolPace to gauge student progress. During and after the implementation period comes to an end, the teacher must assess, input, and reflect on the results and decide what new actions are merited according to the new set of data. Now it's your turn. Give yourself 20 to 25 minutes to generate an action plan for a small group of your students. As a note, keep in mind that although today you will carry out this exercise independently, it is likely that you will engage in conversation and collaboration with colleagues at your school when involved with the DDI process. For this part of the course, you will need access to the Action Planner, which you can download from the course resource folder in Schoology. You will also need to open your SchoolPace account to try out parts of the DDI process. Please open the Enneal dashboard or the organizer. If using the organizer, you may want to sort students by level or goal. Follow the DDI process up to the planning stage. Create an action plan for one student or for a small group of students using the latest Enneal data. Keep and share your action plan with your colleagues during a DDI grade level meeting. Follow the action planning stage with implementation and monitoring reflection based on students' results, the final stages of the ongoing process.